Hey, everybody, welcome to this AMP session. Today, we're going to be talking about how you can be using Gemini and Notebook LM to not only speed up your learning, but also give you suggestions and ideas. Maybe if you could just put in the chat, have you used Gemini or have you used Notebook LM before? Karen's Karen's I can see Karen's screen. She's like, no, 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 I haven't. So cool. All right. So what I'm what today is all about, and before we get totally started in it, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. Um, for those of you that don't know me, many of you do know me, or we've met before over Zoom or whatever. I'm a real estate agent in Western Australia. I'm the licensee for EXP in Western Australia. I am not a tech. I'm not a tech person by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I have an iPhone. Uh, that's about as techy as I am. So I just wanted to share with you these two tools that you can use to learn information and to enhance your real estate business. Um, the How long have I been in real estate? I've been in real estate so long that I was the first agent in my office to have a phone that you could send a text message with. So, and that was, cutting edge. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about these tools. They are AI-based tools. They are free to use. They are from Google. And the first one we're going to have a look at is called Notebook LM. And so I'll just start sharing my screen and just show you a little bit of the layout. Hopefully everyone can hear me and see me okay, because we do have a bit of wind happening where I am. Sometimes that impacts um, how things work. So, all right. Now, everybody saw that we have moved to a new screen. Yes, you can see my screen. Yep, cool. I've got only two of you are on camera, so I'm hoping you can give me signs, yes, that we're alive and whatnot. So this product can be found at notebooklm.google.com. And for those of you not familiar with using Google products, whatever their product name is, you can normally find it at the productname.google.com. And so this is a learning platform. It was designed for academics, and I'm going to show you a couple of use cases. So you can see, I'll just show you how the layout of the land is. So if you're looking at the screen, you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, there are sources. So this column here is called sources. And that's things that you can add to a big stack of information that you want Google's AI to extract information from, to break it down in simple format so that you can start to learn with it and to play with it. The middle column is an extraction of the three sources that we've given it in this case, and I'll show you how to use that in a minute. And then on the right-hand studio, it is a breakdown of how you can develop tools and resources based on the information that you have supplied to this. So this is called a notebook, and this is we'll start here. We'll go from left to right. So we'll start with adding a source, right? So at the moment, many of you may know that some of our team in South Australia has a learning group called the Alpha State of Mind, where they talk about technology and that kind of stuff. Sometimes it goes straight over, straight over your head, because the people involved in that are really clued up on that. So if you're an old bugger like me, is 54, and you just enjoy growing radishes and playing with your dogs, sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming. So we're looking for these tools to help us. So when you want to add a source, you simply hit add. Then you can upload a Google Doc, a Google Slides presentation. You can put in a website link, or a YouTube link, which is what I've done here because I've uploaded 3 of the YouTube videos from their channel. Or if you've got text that you want to paste or that you've got from somewhere, you can put that in there. And then it's just a matter of or grabbing a file and dropping in here. Any questions on that, Karen or Anne? That looks fairly okay. Yeah, that's all right.
Rob, hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. So you're just going back, sorry, if you want to find this, you would go notebook at
You
google.com
can just go to a Google search bar or a Safari search bar and put
okay.
in Notebook LM.
Okay,
And
and that's
and
it. And then
as
that screen comes up.
Yep,
Yeah.
as long as you have a Google account, which is free to have a Google account, even if it's just your personal Gmail account, whatever it is, you can use that, right? Um, so once we have that, and I'm going to show you something in a minute as well, but I don't want to get thrown off kilter here too much. So these are 3 of the videos that the gentlemen in South Australia have created, right? And they're public facing videos on YouTube. So I've added them up as a source, and I'm just going to move where I've got you guys. Hold on. Now I'm going to go over here to my my right hand panel, and I'm going to find out what these guys talked about in these 3 hours of YouTube video, right? So I want to try and break it down. I'm going to go over here to a briefing doc, and I'm going to collect this. Click on that. It's reviewing all 3 hours of the video, and it's generating a new note, and I can click on that note, and that's everything that they've talked about broken down into a learnable format. All right. So it's extracted all their conversations, all their nonsense. It's taken out all the ums, the buts, the whatever, and it's put this into a format of that. But don't worry about it. If you're still confused and you don't know what they were talking about, you can come back to the middle screen here. You can type things into this bottom bar here, but what I want to show you is this tool called a mind map. You click on that. It's generating a mind map over here in the studio section. And when it's done, we'll have a look at it. Okay, so now we want to find out all the stuff that they've been talking about in a visual format. We click on that, and now we have a mind map of everything they've talked about. When
Wow, 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 wow.
when we then go over here, it's got the categories. You can see they've talked about mindset and skills, business foundations, lead generation, client relationship management, time management and organization, presentation and negotiation, and team support. Those are the big ideas that they've talked about in those 3 videos. Then
So,
we want to
so
find,
Rob, sorry.
yeah,
So then if we want to know more information, for example, one of them, lead generation, go 3 down, you can
yeah.
just click on the one and get that if you haven't got time to sort of look at all the
Well,
other.
you can,
Mm.
but it'll break it out. The little arrows pointing, it breaks it out
Yeah.
further
Wow.
and further.
Oh,
Um,
thank you. Yeah.
so, and then you can just click on that, and it'll start going to that section, and it's going to generate in the middle, and it's going to tell us a little bit more about what was discussed in those 3 videos.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so I know there's a lot of feeling about AI that it's scary and it's this, it's that, it's whatever. It is what it is. At the moment, rather than mind control that, or whatever, this is just fast computing, right? And it's just about getting information faster so that you can learn it faster so you can implement it faster. So I wanted to share that tool with you. Now I'm going to go back out of this and
While you're in listening, while you're in listening, do you
hold
think
on.
that
I'm just going to mute Bjorn. He's talking about different bits and pieces there. So let's say that you want to, there's a couple of other features I want to talk to you about. So you can create a study guide based on the 3 videos. Again, these are 3-hour-long training videos that it is extracting the information out of. And we've got a new note. This is fundamentals, quiz, and key concepts. So now we have a quiz and it's asking different things. This is designed as an educational tool that you can start to learn things faster. And you can put in whatever you want. All right. So it's just gonna, it just keeps going. It's never ending, right? And so I'm just giving you tools about that. But let's say you don't have this, right? I'm gonna eliminate these sources over here. And we are gonna go to Discover. And you are gonna say, I want to learn about the best real estate scripts and dialogues pertaining to April 2025 to convert leads to listings. I've never done this before, but we're going to prompt it and see what happens. So it's going to go out to the whole internet now, and it's going to start generating, finding sources. And it's going to tell me, all right, here we go. Let's import these sources. It's now importing them into our, remember our left-hand column is called sources. So it's now going to take all that information there. And it's just going to take a little bit of time. It's working through. And it's now, because you can see that the our YouTube sources, which are red, you can see the YouTube logo, which is red. Because they are not ticked, it's not going to take any of that information. So it's only going to be using the information that is ticked in the column. And now we're going to run that same process over here again. We are going to create a briefing doc. And we're going to look at this briefing doc. It's given it a title, Real Estate Sales Strategy, Scripts, Prospecting, and Trust. So now we've got a whole resource here about cold calling, door knocking, open houses, sphere of influence, online presence, effective objection handling, those kind of things. Building trust and providing value, understanding the client perspective, key considerations for success, those kind of things. So we can come back over here and refresh the middle. Continue. Now we want to create a mind map for that. Again, exactly what we did before. Generating the new mind map. It's now open. And it's got a ton of information there for us. And so let's say you want to be a cold caller, cold calling strategies. You can just go through that, and this is an American term, circle prospecting, and it's going to talk to us about how to do that and what we can be doing about that. And there you go. So I'm just going to, there's one other feature I wanted to show you, so hold on. And I started playing with this about 3 weeks ago, and this Discover button was not here. You had to import everything, but it's now there, so you can go and research everything. Now, we won't go through and look at it, but we will just show you on the studio side here. see this deep dive conversation box here? I'm going to hit generate, right? And as we talk amongst ourselves here, it is actually taking all of the information that we just looked at for the scripts and dialogues, and it is generating a two-way conversation between two AI podcast hosts, and it's going to generate somewhere between a 15 to 30-minute podcast that people are talking about these concepts and how to implement them. And we haven't done anything. You can then download that to your Google Drive or any MP4 player and listen to it while you're on the go. So you can create your own specific training as to what your needs are. Every single one of us has holes in our business. Yeah. Some people are good at one thing. Some people are good at another thing, whatever. This is a way. They used to talk about gaps in your knowledge as holes in a bucket, right? And so the hole that's at the lowest part of the bucket, if you want the bucket to hold water, you need to be able to plug the hole at the bottom first and then keep plugging the holes going up. This is a way to plug the holes in your business faster rather than just wandering around going, oh, I should learn about whatever, or I should do whatever. This is a way that you can create your own resources that are applicable to your business, your context, whatnot. So it's taking a while because there's so many sources there, but it normally takes 2 to 3 minutes to generate a podcast. So I'll just let that spin for a little bit. Those of you that want to or that have seen from the beginning, any questions you've got on this, other than the fact that it's completely overwhelming? It's one of the things with AI, and I was just listening yesterday to something while I was waiting for someone. So we have a choice that we can be scared about AI, or we could just take it step by step and embrace what we know. And what I'm showing you today is it's like the very small little film on the top of what's coming. But AI is changing the world in the next 24 months, and the world will not look the same at all, the way that things are done. And so we can use these tools, or we don't have to, either way. But they're not hard to learn. They're really, if you can do a normal Google search, what are 5 top places to visit while I'm in Sydney? If you can do that, you can use these tools. You just have to figure out how to use them, what spaces. All right, I don't think this will play through, but I'm going to unplug my headphones and see if you can hear.
And today we're zeroing in on communication and
Hold on.
estate. Specifically,
Yeah. I don't know if I get that, but can you hear a voice in the background?
we've been reading articles from, Housing Wire, Calio, PMBA, real estate business.
So it's talking about what is discovered, and it's 2 artificial entities talking backwards and forwards.
And the mission really is just to give everyone a shortcut, right? Understand the strategies, the actual scripts, agents.
All right, so we're going to stop these guys because they won't mind, because they're AI and they don't get paid anymore whether they play on or not. So so this is a free tool through that. And then if you want to share, you can share this out. And there's different places and ways that you can share this out. All right. So, right. Any questions on that, Karen?
It's funny because I was talking to Amanda Kerr the other night, and we were talking about AI and the alpha state of mind guys that are just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
And Amanda had sort of showed me a couple of things that she'd found, and it was like, wow, it's like really light bulb moments.
Yes.
And I then put it back to, because my son has been saying to me lately, hey, Mum, I was talking to ChatGPT about da-da-da-da, and he said, it's amazing. He said, what it came back with was so right for what I needed to know. And I'm going, okay. All right. Well, don't get. I said, that's just a bit like Google, Dr.
Yeah,
Google or
yeah,
whatever. And he goes, yeah. He said, but you can hone it down and you only take what's going to be relevant for you, Mum.
yeah, yeah. That's right. I
And it's
will
the
put
same
in.
as this.
Yeah, that's right. I will put in this disclaimer that with AI, there is an issue that happens with some AI, and it's called hallucination, and it will sometimes merge information inaccurately.
Mhm.
So you always need to double check the validity. So if you're trying to check on um, laws, let's say compliance laws and that kind of stuff, it'll give you a guidepost, but never rely on it. You would never want to
Yeah.
be in a court of
Oh.
law sitting there before the magistrate. Well, ChatGPT told me, or whatever. There was a case last year in the U.S. where ChatGPT had generated a court case, given a date. It was so and so against so and so, and a solicitor used that in a court of law. But the only challenge was that that did not exist. That court case did not exist. It had fabricated it. So you need to be aware of that. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen there for a second, and then I'm going to just um, go into a product also from um, Google called Gemini, and um, this is also found at gemini.google.com, and I'm just opening it. That's what I'm doing when you can't see what I'm doing. It's just opening now. And I'm going to come back and grab you guys and share my screen. And again, we are just taking you through, again, not something to be concerned about or whatnot. One other thing I was going to say is all these things. So there's a lot of different brands competing in this space, right? And guess what? The end goal is to make money. That's what these businesses are trying to do. Um, and a lot of them create products that have different use cases and are best for whatever. But the newer the product you get, they will charge you for it, right? And as their products become older, they become more free use. So if you're new to the whole chat GPT things, and I know we will have lots of agents watch us on the replay and going, Rob, you're telling us how to look at a wall. Like it's so basic what you're sharing with us. But there's a lot of our agents that aren't coming along for the journey and learning all of this. And I just want to give some tools and resources. So this is Gemini. I'm assuming you can see my screen. Yep. And it's so nice. It knows because I've logged in with my personal Gmail account. It knows my name is Rob, so it says hello, Rob. And then I want to show you a couple of different use cases for it. So I'm going to put in a prompt here, and most of you will have heard the term prompt engineering. It's simply what we would have used to say a Google search. Like it's basically what you type into this box to help generate information for you. So I'm going to just show you, let's say that you're a new agent to a new area, right? Like I've recently in the last year moved to an area. So I'm going to say to this prompt, um, you are a world-class real estate coach. Help me design a plan of action as an experienced real estate agent, having moved to Busselton, Western Australia. Isn't it boring watching people type? With no local clients. Let me know what I should, in the next 90 days, be very specific. And I'll say, I'm new to using AI. And then I'm going to just push my little go button here. And it's telling me, all right, let's craft a robust 90-day action plan to get your real estate career thriving in Bustleton, Western Australia. Moving to a new area without existing client base requires a proactive and strategic approach. Here's a detailed plan focusing on building your presence, generating leads, and establishing yourself as the go-to agent in the region. Then it tells me phase 1, weeks 1 to 4. This initial phase is all about getting to know Bustleton. It tells you what to do, what kind of research to do. Gives me suggestions on portals that I need to be doing the research on. Networking, it tells me what to do for networking. Week 2, establish your online presence and brand. It's going to talk to you all about that. Week 3 is building community connections, redefining your strategy, setting goals, etc., etc., etc. All right. So would there be elements of your business that you think that this could help suggest ideas to you and specific use cases?
Yeah.
All right. So
Did you see that, Rob?
yeah,
Be
be
authentic.
authentic. Yeah. So key success factors. Be authentic and genuine. People can tell when you're not being sincere. Focus on building genuine relationships. Good advice? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's big coming from AI.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So something that's not well, it's real, but it's not real in the same way that we traditionally have thought about it. And it's telling you stay consistent, like you just got to work on it and stay consistent. Now, I want to bring up another use case which might be more usable, and I'll just stop sharing my screen for a second and grab something else. And you can just keep doing that. And then you can revive it or revise it and ask it, okay, now be more specific. What do I need to do about this? What do I need to do about that? And I just wanted to show you because that's Gemini 2.0. And there's now 2.5 in different scenarios. This particular Gemini doesn't create images, but there's I'll go in a second. I'll go back and show you
So
how
do
you
you
could.
pay for that one, Rob, that you were on? No.
No, Gemini 2.0 is free to use, and so I'm just going to show you how to update your bio. Right. So I'm behind the scenes. I am just grabbing my bio off the EXP website. And I am grabbing the details of that. I'm just copying and pasting that. There we go. And then I will come back in here, share my screen again. Hold on. I've just lost you guys for a second. Here you are. You haven't gone anywhere. Just I have. And hold on. Got to change one more thing before I can get you back. Help if I got the right Gemini screen. And I don't know whether you guys will use any of this, but it's interesting to learn.
I think it helps you not be scared of it. That's my biggest thing. Like,
Yeah, yeah, and it's because it's different. Um, you know, we're not all used to it. I've stuffed up my screens here, but don't worry. There we go. Now, remember I was saying there was different models of Gemini? Up here in the left-hand corner, you can see that this says Gemini, and then it tells us which model we're using, 2.0 Flash. You can go down here and you can pick the different ones. And if you're using one of the ones that is here that is new, it'll probably only gives you a limited access to it for a while, whereas 2.0 is there for you to use. So we're going to start another search, and it's going to ask me new chat. Here we go. We've got our new chat going, and I'm going to say, please. Actually, I'm going to put this in here first. All right, so that's what I've got there. So that's my bio, right? And I already noticed on the weekend it's not up to date, but I'm going to say, please rewrite this bio in the style of David Ogilvy, which you guys probably may or may not know.
Who's he?
Ogilvy. He was a luxury product seller in very famous person in advertising. And show me where to put images, etc. for a website. So let's see what it comes. That was a bit clunky. So he's basically, so this is basically rewritten my bio, and then I can just go in and edit it. So I can then extract it out, and then I can change what I like, what I don't. And it's telling me image suggestion, a professional headshot of Rob Davis conveying confidence and approachability is what needs to be inserted with this. Right. So how many times do you ever go to a conference or whatnot and they say, oh, you really need to keep your bio up to date, you know, or your information or your about page up to date. These are just different ways that you can refresh it on a regular basis. And then you can extract it to Word, or you can just copy and paste it and that kind of stuff, or to the Google Docs. So that's all I really wanted to share with you today is just kind of step one of using those two tools. We may do something in a few weeks about some of the other tools that Google has that you might want to take advantage of. But I mean, in the old days, you used to have to go and pay a real estate coach $9 million to get them to tell you, go to work. And now you can just use a free tool like that. Even so, my wife and I are going on holidays in a little while, and I put in the destination and that we were going on a particular cruise line, and what do I need to know about that, and where should I go, and and it just went. It tells you everything. So, anyway, any queries or questions on that?
No, thank you.
No.
That's great. Thanks, Rob.
Yep, it's just a real basic thing. There's so much coming down the track. We will do a session at some point on when it becomes probably more user-friendly, how to build AI agents. AI agents are basically little tiny programs that run in the background that can do anything from, at the moment, they're very good at answering and responding to your emails in your tone, or at least creating drafts to emails so that you can do that more efficiently. They can be chatbots. They can actually make phone calls. So if the future is coming and it'll be here very shortly, where if somebody made an inquiry on one of your properties, you can have a AI agent ring them back and do qualifying questions, identify themselves as an AI agent. So they might say, hey, this is Sally, Rob's AI agent, just ringing you back. Thank you for your inquiry on domain. Just wanted to ask a few clarifying questions, whatever questions it is that you want to get them through. And yeah, so the power is in learning how to use it to your advantage so that either A, you can spend more time like I would growing radishes and walking my dogs, or or if you've got dreams to build a massive empire, that you can just do more business. The job flow for us, there's no secret. Be nice. People need to know that you're an option, and you need to be sitting in front of more people if you want to do more business. It's as simple as that. And these tools can help you refocus, and they can help you get into that position faster. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming along.
Thank you.
Thanks,
And
Rob.
yeah, hopefully that was helpful, at least as a start and an entry point.
Thanks, Rob.
Take care, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.